Oh, like the thought, basically, like the thought. Very light on it.
Yes, greetings, fans, and welcome back to another episode of Sports Chat and all that. We're back, you're back, and of course, we give thanks for that. Seeing we don't know, I and I be saying, don't know, my brethren,
My lord.
my lord in the house, and also in the house today we have, introduce yourself over there on camera number 3, please.
I say I to the major, you know me, I say Pablo to the major, you see?
Ah,
See? So me I say big up sport chat and all that, you know me, I say big up all the girls them in a pants, skirt and frock. Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
talk
right,
and all that, you know.
right away.
rhythm
Yeah,
track, rhythm
Yeah,
track.
real.
you see?
Every time. That's a
Mm,
must.
thing, you know.
Plus,
Plus,
see,
plus.
Most definitely. So we welcome our major to the show, to the platform, sports chat and all that. Reason. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, subscribe. As whole our reasoning. You don't know, spread the love, right? So, what about talk about it? Ime Udoka,
yes, sir.
Celtics coach, Boston Celtics coach Ime Udoka. Like him find himself in some trouble here now, with I don't know, I major hero I go on.
Well, you know, in circumstances of the girls them with them tight short skirts and frock. You know me I say
Yeah.
where it reached to all that. That's why we have it here right here and sport chat and all that. Yeah. See?
Up here now.
So
Yes.
the thing set to know.
I don't know. I don't mind that.
I don't know, my lad. I don't know myself, but it's a lot of things that we don't know, even though here they must say, my lad, me I say, because they must say, why? They must first was saying it's
It's consensual,
consensual,
right?
right?
So that's the first report that it was consensual sex.
See?
Now, I don't know if the Boston Celtics have a rule like certain company with no fraternization, right? Where you can't sleep with nobody, none of your co-workers, right?
Yeah, I guess that's what's going on, because I guess every firm or whatever have their rules and regulation or whatever.
And I don't know. I know I myself have a rule where I don't eat and crap in the same place. So,
Yeah, which is right.
I just saw me look on it.
Well, I think most definitely they more likely have that rule because if they didn't, well, they're gonna end up with a year suspension. That's
Exactly.
it. See, so most likely they have that rule still. But I'm looking at it still. You know, it's a situation. You know what I'm saying? Because as I was listening to you break down the thing that the reporter was saying, like I don't know how can something be not so consensual.
Well, the first report that she came out with, she said it was consensual, and that they let both parties let the team to believe that it was consensual.
Hmm.
Then later on, she came out with a following report saying that it might not have been that consensual, and that the woman said the victim claimed that there was unwanted advances. So
Hmm.
I don't know. So I don't know what really happened there. That's between two. It takes two to tango, right? So
Yeah, yeah. So, may I say, if we could break down how you move from unwanted advance to end up in bed.
well, so that means it was consensual.
Okay.
I want to know what is not so consensual. What do you think, Step?
Or what went wrong between from that time to what lead up to where the report came out.
Right.
Something had to went wrong
Yeah. Right.
Well,
Right.
between him and whosoever, because up till now, by the way, they must say if it's a man or it's a woman. Cause did they say who it was? No, I'm not even. No, I'm not even.
that's a
I'm
valid
not even
question.
joke it out either when you really check it out. No, for real. You know what I mean? 'Cause
No, there was no report. So,
No, no, but they said they use the term that
oh, no, shit.
identify a female.
Okay,
right.
okay,
Okay.
okay,
So
Okay.
okay.
from that reason, I think of that understanding, we have the right to make that decision.
Oh,
Say
well,
female.
glad we straighten that out. Not,
Yeah.
not, not, not that it matter. It
True.
make a difference to
Same, but I'm just saying.
our
No, the
life.
reason why I said that.
Everybody have their preference.
Yeah.
You feel me? But the reason why I said that is because up till now, nothing, nobody said nothing about the female or who it was. No, nothing came out on her. Nobody said nothing. Nobody know
Right.
who. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, because I guess everything is kind of
They
locked.
try to keep everything like kind of private, whatever.
Where is it going though? Is it final? I mean,
Yes.
is there things that should comfort more things they're expecting more things to comfort about the whole
Well, it
situation? Or,
sounds like there's more to come from it, right? So
mm,
it sounds like there's more to. I mean, there's nothing that we really know right now that even come out right now. Just that it was an employee, and And where it stands right now, excuse me, where it stands right now, it seems like he can get suspended from the team for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing?
So that's where it is right now. Don't sound like him commit a crime. It just sound like him go against, the rules of the team. You know what I'm saying? The policy, team policy.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But you know, from let me stretch my neck out a little here.
mm,
Um, right now, you see, naturally, it's like a lot of these people and their job is in a certain pressure because your job takes so much of your time. You understand? A lot of people spend more time dealing with their job or being on their job more than they spend with their loved one or their family. You know
mm,
what I say? Because the job can eat up so much of your time.
True.
And
That.
go ahead, Steph.
True that. And like I was saying, I don't know though, because like I heard them, they said he got a year suspension, but you don't know what might happen after that. Like, I guess he might end up losing his job also.
might end up losing his job. But I think he's the type of coach that he will get a job somewhere else real fast.
You feel me?
I'm not condoning his behavior and his actions, but I think that's just how it is.
Reality about it.
Yeah.
But and I was saying at the end of the day though, I heard Pablo just push his neck out. I'm gonna try to push mine out a little bit. But me I say, how about it's rules and law that I guess you're not supposed to have no relationship with nobody on the job or whatever,
Your
but
co-workers.
your
Mhm.
coworker. But
Mm-hmm.
what about him getting penalized about for it? What about her? You don't think it should be? I mean, it should go both ways.
Yeah, fear is fear, right? So she
No,
should face some kind of disciplinary
well,
action if
you
that
see,
is a policy that
That's all I'm saying.
violated. Yeah, I
well,
agree with that.
if you notice within the clause,
Uh,
you hear the term that they use, not so consensual, seen, and isn't somebody leaning to make it look like somebody would pressure them into doing something that they don't want to do? So that would come from the power of authority as a head coach. You
That's what it sounds
exert
like.
that
Thank
powers. You know
you.
what I'm
okay.
I
saying?
like where you're going with it, for
Right,
real.
and that answers the questions I asked earlier, right? So how do you define not so consensual? So I guess in
Yeah,
that case, yeah,
yeah,
you get
it's something
pressure.
like a lawyer, right? There, these
Right,
so-called, you know
exactly.
what I say, cause it put it in a context there where the conversation vary. It
Mhm,
could go, anywhere, So that sound like people position themselves to take their position with their attorney.
mhm,
You know what I say? But from a next perspective, where naturally, life still, you know what I say? Do you think it's it's right, I say, for a situation where a coach spends so much time, you have a loved one and partner who she is, I'm not gonna call her name, you know what I'm
mhm,
saying? These people are big stars and in big position that
mhm,
so busy taking up time.
mhm.
I'm getting to the point where I'm saying the thing called when people are sexually deprived. It sounds like a joke,
No,
but
it's not a joke. So
mm,
it is a demanding job where you're always on the road, right?
mm,
And like you say, you probably don't see your loved ones, and if your partner, you don't see them for maybe months. I don't know.
mm,
Who knows?
mm.
Um, hey, it come down to self-control. Where does
People
that come in?
self-control being sexual deprived. You understand? Yeah.
That sounds like something you forget some kind of professional help with.
Why you have to? I mean, this man is not married. Okay, he's not married. The young lady on the team probably not married.
But he got a fiance though.
You have a fiance,
That
bro.
I saw.
That's why I
What
take
side?
I say sexual deprived. You know what I mean? I say I don't know if any one of you have personal experience of being sexual deprived. You know what I'm saying? Oh, big man, big man. You know what I'm saying? No,
Pablo wanna confess.
well, no, no, no.
Confession.
I can use experience
Oh,
like when you go out of a relationship
right.
and you wean yourself from a person and you might, what I say, take some time for yourself and say, well then,
Mhm.
you're not gonna intimate with no one. You know what I say? And
Okay.
it's a thing to hold that thing. You
Right.
understand? Especially if you're a man or a woman who have that strong urge, you know
Right.
what I say, to be satisfied in
Right.
that way. You know what I
Right.
say? Because everybody have a different
Right.
I mean, energy towards their, you know what I say, sexuality.
Yeah, but
Mm.
you don't think there's principle towards every job, you know what I'm saying? In
I'm,
every job
but still,
But
location
within
or
what
the principle,
within the job, you know what I'm saying?
the principle of man towards the laws of nature. You
yeah, but
understand?
man need to exhibit self-control as
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm saying that's why we come back to the word depriving people for self-control. You may I say depriving people of self-control, bro.
So you don't think it at the end of the day then you don't think it's fair for them to suspend him for a year. You don't think he deserve a year suspension within the rules and the laws of how the
Within the laws that they
NBA.
have with the team. If it's so, it's so.
within
But
team policy,
yeah, within
you
team
Right.
policy,
right,
yeah.
You
But
know what I mean?
I'm just saying, like I said, I put my head on a limb out there.
right.
I mean about sexual deprived. It doesn't mean same have to have somebody be with somebody in the company.
Mhm.
But when like BSC said, you is a coach and you've been on the road so long and so far away from your spouse. You understand? You is a man who eat food, work out of energy and need certain kind of pleasure from a feminine your woman. You understand?
Yeah.
So you think it's fair for a man or a woman out there depriving themselves? Oh no, yo, me can go off of my ego in a bed and say, well then, me have my spouse and she a actress or she a star and she dey on tour.
Yeah, but
Understand? And me work here in my hometown where I live.
Right.
And me have to do to my job.
Mhm.
You understand?
Mhm.
And my spouse, the warrior tour. You understand? Don't I have sexual need? So you're telling me it's a principle now. To principle, I'm not supposed to please myself till whenever my spouse come off a tour.
yeah, but you gotta but at the end of the day you gotta remember though, this is a job that he was hired to do and he the one that read all the blueprint and the small fine print and
Mhm.
all of that. So he know I guess he should know better at the end of the day with whatever he got on his mind or whatever he was think. I mean, at the end of the day,
It comes down to human behavior and it comes down
Mhm.
to
you feel me?
choice,
Mhm.
right?
Choice.
And the choice you make, right? So I'm sure that in the position that he's in, as the head coach of the Boston Celtics, right?
Mhm.
You must know the policy, you must know team policy,
Right.
and
Mhm.
you must know right from wrong.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying whether or not him have, sexual behavior where him can't control, and that's a film business, you understand?
Mhm.
I am saying that you had the choice where you know this is against team policy. Why you not gonna look something somewhere else then?
Yeah,
You
I
know
was
what I'm saying?
You
that. I
feel
was
But
me?
saying
look at
that.
woman, you know.
But
That
even if we do so, you know
Right.
me I say, knowing that him have a spouse or a fiance, you know me I say, in some way, if the media get a hold of that, you know me I say, would that still
no,
affect the team or if
no.
the team or the organization saying our
But it
coach
was
is out there cheating on his spouse, how would that affect him in his job?
No, I don't think
the
it will be
team.
the same.
The
I don't think it
team
will be the same cross.
didn't affect the team last year.
Yeah, but I'm saying
You know,
He did it?
if he was doing it last year, I'm sure this not just start.
right, but I'm saying,
It's been going on probably.
yeah, but what Pablo said,
Uh-huh.
if he went out
Uh-huh.
and do it somewhere else, like not within the organization,
How would it affect the team?
if it would be the same, if it would be the same, you know what I'm
Repercussion.
saying?
No, I don't think so
Right,
because
that's true.
you're
That's
not
what I'm
messing with
saying.
you're
You
not
don't
You
messing with
think
know,
an
so?
no,
employee.
no, it
You don't
wouldn't.
think so?
At that point, she's not an employee.
Right, you
Yeah,
feel
so I'm
me?
not breaking no rules.
This word about control and principle and you know what I mean I say Ray. As a leader for the team, as a coach, wouldn't they expect him to be also a moral leader to the team and is people
Right,
who
yeah,
is under him,
yeah, I'm
you
sure.
know,
But
as a team,
right,
as a coach.
right.
Wouldn't they look at him as supposed to be some form of setting the moral standard?
Like an
Like
example.
an example.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that affect the whole chair and the board if him a display himself like that in the street with girls and him have a spouse?
Well, I guess I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, this is team policy.
Yeah, and that's
I
over that.
understand what I'm saying, but it come down to it again,
Team
how you
policy.
conduct yourself.
Mhm.
You understand? Now, if you conduct yourself in a loo where your business out and your business all out in the public, yeah, of course it's going to affect the team, in some kind of negative way, in the eyes of the public, right? But but that's not what happened. That's just a scenario that we are creating. What
Mm-hmm.
if, right?
Yeah.
So
I wanna look at that
yeah,
too. So
but
yeah.
I'm sure if it was in some negative light, yeah, it would affect the team negatively, of course.
And would they take some form of action?
Uh,
Probably, maybe,
yeah, it
you know what I
depends.
mean? But like I said, this one, this what I'm talking about. This is team policy. This one
Mm,
I'm talking about.
mm,
So that's why I look at this one in this light. Like if he was in the street, if he went out and do it to go see Madonna somewhere, or yeah, you know what I'm saying, somewhere,
mm.
it would be different from.
If even if it's out in the light, that he's
Yeah, you don't think
in the
yeah,
street.
you don't think it's that different, my lad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah,
Yeah.
What may I say?
you know.
Would they the team take some form of action if his thing is displaying itself like that, like a
If it's in a negative light, of course, I think so. I mean, if it's
hmm,
nothing that affect the team negatively, I don't see why they would,
And don't forget,
take
at the end of
action.
the day, remember this. You know, even though he got suspended for 1 year for whatever happened, but
hmm.
they say it can be more violation
Yeah,
that like 4 or 5 more violation
and there's more to
that
come.
you feel me. So
Mm,
Mm.
it's
more
more to come.
information.
So we just sit back. All we gotta do is sit back and you feel me. Hope for the best for him though, because like I said, yeah, you know what I mean. You know, so that 1 year suspension is just that 1 year suspension. But I overheard a reporter say that, you know what I mean, like 4 or 5 more violations that fall under that same thing. So
So it's
I don't know if that's just one that you feel me.
mm,
So that's why I was saying. Don't surprise, you know what I mean, if
definitely
you
let him go.
after the end of the season or whatever.
Mm.
You feel me? So
Mm.
But it would have to come from other violation that come up because them can't double jeopardy the thing because if them suspend him for say well then breaking the clause, you know what I mean? I say breaking the rules that they have within the team.
Mhm.
Them suspend him for that for sleeping with a young lady. Wait.
Mhm.
So they can't come back and say well they're gonna fine for the same thing that they're suspended for. That would be double jeopardy
No,
kind of.
no, yeah, of course, yeah. You have to careful how you do that, you know what I
Mm,
mean? And so,
mm,
right, but and then that's why when they said there's more violation that
mm.
yeah,
fall under that, no, probably that's why they leave that jump open.
yeah, it's right around and it's wide open
But
because
but
You
but
feel
if it's a
me?
violation of the same thing, why wouldn't them compile everything within? Or you know what I mean? I say
well,
and
maybe
see.
Well,
that's what's coming.
yeah, it's within, but it's
Yeah,
within, but
yeah,
that's just the part that you hear right now.
yeah, maybe that.
But wouldn't that jump the gun for them to suspend him without a full investigation?
No,
You know what I mean? I say,
because
all right, we're gonna suspend him now and later come back to charge him to possible more
Well,
violation.
we
But
don't know. We don't know if they had a meeting with him to discuss this
that
with him
all
before.
right,
Then probably sit him down and say, "Yo, what is this?" You know what I mean? And say, "Yo, we have to suspend you." Right now we have to suspend you till further notice. You know what I mean?
all that happened though.
That happened.
All that happened. They had
yeah,
conversation, yeah, and they had conversation
Yeah,
with them. He agreed to let he and them sit down and them talk and them agree to a lot of stuff
we know
that
that. Well, I definitely know
you feel
he
me.
would
Mhm,
have his attorney there to
mhm.
You
guide
feel me,
him,
right?
and
So
there's no attorney who's gonna let him take a open suspension like that for him to come back with more class. The
Yeah,
attorney who's gonna guide would from my thinking would guide him to say, all right, let's summarize and put everything together and just
yeah,
deal with this one time.
right,
You understand?
right.
See, and those guys making those kind of money, they got intelligent people around them.
Well, I'm sure his attorney already start gathering information. A good attorney, I would think, would start gathering information right away, and get him defense together. You know what I mean? So, hey,
and he did agree and he apologized and blah blah blah. So you know what I mean.
yeah,
No,
So
no, no. I have a better understand what you were saying now, Tepper, when you said they probably fired.
hmm
Because this suspension is not of the whole case like them someone said, this is what you did and this is what we're going to do.
hmm
This suspension is like, wait until we investigate this thing and know further what was the full thing of detail of the thing.
and at the same
You
time,
know?
it's a lot of investigation lead up to right now. That they was able to suspend him and do what they do right now. You feel what I'm
right.
saying? So I guess with the other violation, I guess I would assume that's what's next to come with we assuming that he might
Mhm.
get fired at the end of the
Right.
year or at the end of the suspension or whatever.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's what called me to.
Yeah.
That's what lead me up to this. You feel me?
Yeah.
To have that feeling.
Man,
Again, Sports Chat, don't forget to hit the like button, share, subscribe, spread the love with your friends. I just want to ask this question. So we talk about him possibly getting fired. What do you think it would take for him to get fired? What would be so egregious for you to fire this man if you were the president of the team?
And one more, you asking me?
Yeah, what's the line? Yeah, my lad. What's the line you think would be drawn where you say, that's it, I'm have to fire
Well, I guess, like I said, I'm just in a limbo like anybody else because the fact that he got suspended for 1 year, I don't want to sound like a scratch record,
you?
but the fact that he already got suspended for a year,
Right.
you know what I mean? And like I said, I heard they said he got like 4 or 5 more violations that fall under that same. You feel me?
Mhm.
So I guess because of NBA rules, you know what I mean? They know what's best, or they know, you feel me? So I'm not gonna speculate too much.
Do you think you'd have to say something that was some kind of forceful behavior where him push up himself up on her, some kind of evidence? What do you think, I mean, Joe?
well, she already positioned herself already, knowing so that, well, then she's the weak link in the chain. She now get the big money like these guys. You
Yeah.
understand? She wherever she fit in the workplace.
Hmm.
So she have to get her lawyer, and her lawyer have to secure her.
Right.
Even if she get fired, it's going to be some form of beneficial for her.
Yeah.
Either she can sue, so
Yeah.
that's why them say it wasn't partially fully
Right.
consent.
So,
So they might come more with more pressure because of the higher position that coach have. You know what I mean?
mm,
They can demand certain things from her in order for her to hold her job. She might have to succumb to what
mm,
he requested. You know what I mean? I said I think they're heading that way
right.
from
So,
my, from how I'm looking at it.
you think there probably is an opportunity, them say opportunity, say, hey, we can make our money here after this or something.
But
I don't know.
that's isn't that what happened when you're suffering people?
And I,
Isn't
and
that what happened when you're suffering people? Isn't that what happened?
my lord, what you say?
yeah, and then for real, I said it once, and I must kind of rephrase it again. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I would still say if it was NBA rules that you can date or have no, you know what I'm saying, relationship with no employee
Right,
in the
you can't,
NBA.
yeah, you can't fraternize with
You
any
feel me?
employee.
I'm saying you don't think it should go the same thing should go for the women. Not she should
Of
have the
course,
same
of
thinking.
course, of course.
It's not gonna go that way because she is not in that position of authority or power. She's like the lesser of the whole. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
said,
but to my lad's point, she's in violation to him.
Because she got a job, just like he got a job.
Yeah,
It's
she
just
worked there too.
different. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to jump on a woman or trying to. I'm just making a point
I'm not
because I
saying
guess
anything
I'm just
that.
looking at rules
Mm.
I'm
and that.
just
That's all.
I'm looking at it from this perspective. The coach is so powerful. The coach can make those smaller people lose their job. Even if the coach say him no want a certain player on the team, him have the authority where him can make certain suggestion.
Right,
And if he's the coach, you know what I'm saying? If him and the chairman
right,
or the CEO for the team,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That close,
right.
the player can lose the job if the coach let him forgot.
Which are perfect
Yeah.
examples of why you have that policy in place.
Okay. So
Because of situations like that.
that. So
You know.
use this to say that if a
Yeah.
coach have that power to move a basketball player, we're making millions. Imagine a simple little female will probably just wash the towels. Even a cheerleader.
Right.
If he have that much power,
Right.
don't you think that kind of wheeling, that kind of power will make certain less people succumb to his demand? Cause he's the head
Because of his position.
because of his position.
I'm
Uh,
just looking at it from a job point of view, and you know what I'm saying. That's all.
I don't know where you draw the line between
Yeah.
opportunists, licky licky.
Right. Pretty good.
Yeah, look for a come up. I don't know.
I mean, when you're hungry, star.
I hear you.
Yeah,
I
you're in a
understand where you
position.
come from.
People have their family to feed.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
And I mean, how much people have the opportunity to be working with an NBA team?
Right.
She must be making that decent money, man. Decent money. And naturally, I think it's hard. And people are put in a position where you guys look on it and say, man, you have to have principle. You know what I mean? I say,
Mm-hmm.
follow a certain standard.
Mm-hmm.
But naturally, when people on the road and spending so much time
Mm-hmm.
with so much co-workers. Some of them spend more time with them co-worker more than them spend with them loved one and them spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Cause them always on the road. Them team that travel on different states. Sometimes them out there. I'm just taking a rough guess. Month and a half, months. You know what I say?
Maybe
Before
weeks.
weeks, you
Yeah.
understand? All right. So, like I said, people have feelings and people have nature.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I say? See, a guy probably there with an ex star and she all over the place. Say as a man now,
Yeah.
they have needs.
Yeah.
But all right, we said that already.
Yeah.
Him shouldn't violate the team policy.
Yeah.
Shouldn't violate the team policy. But it's also hard for knowing as minority.
Yeah.
Minority never hold such position. You understand? And lately them start how much black NBA are minority coach are coaching the
You
NBA right
can
now?
think of maybe what,
Yeah, about
three,
Three?
yeah,
four,
about
but
3, 4. But boy, have to
yeah,
know better though, man. The boy have
yeah,
to know better,
yeah,
man, and set example though. You
yeah.
feel me? Boy
But
have to know better and set example though.
but what I'm saying,
You feel me?
yeah, what
You feel me? I mean, you can't just give him a pass. I
no
mean, you should know better though. Big
big
man
man
thing.
thing, big
Yeah.
man thing, bro,
Yeah.
big man thing. If you're never in a certain position before, you
Mm-hmm.
don't know what it feel like
Mm-hmm.
to be at the top of the chain where everybody wants you and everybody wants a piece of you.
Yeah, but
You understand?
again, where does self-control come in? Where you
Self,
realize that you are the head coach. I mean, I'm the friggin' head coach of the Boston Celtics,
but you're
right?
still
I
human.
I I,
You're
I get
still
it.
human.
I get it. I'm Ime Udoka, but why would I even want jeopardize my position? You understand?
I know.
You know what I mean? Why would I? We're doing this where I know I can't. Okay, look, you can't tell. It depends on our position. You gotta tell my girl the amount of money, mom. You can say, my girl, just quit your job. I
Well,
mean, you know what I'm saying?
let me
If you're really into her that much,
let me sound like a broken record.
yeah,
Probably the guys into her that much
right,
because they spend so much time working together.
right,
You
right.
understand? They spend so much time sharing conversation about probably them life, personal things.
Mm-hmm,
Don't see my woman now much time.
mm-hmm.
Ray, my life is this and share so much things that they have
Yeah.
so many things in common.
So why this joker come off and so I see no I study now that it's not probably not so consensual.
Well, like
Again, we don't know what's the reason. Could it be that she see an opportunity here? Could it be that there is more to the story that we don't
Oh
know?
yeah, for sure.
it's
You know
more to
that, yeah.
it's opportunity, bro.
And more to the story, like you
It's
say.
It
mostly
could
it's
also be more
opportunity.
to the story.
It's more to to me. It's more to the opportunity. What
Mm.
you can get. This is $1 billion company, bro.
Yeah.
You understand? You want to take a hit and
But
get out for nothing. You know what I say?
Mm,
So she have to balance herself. Now you're with a big company. They do not want any scandal.
but
So
mm-hmm,
if you set your thing right, them are going to have to give her a nice money if you just hush it.
mm-hmm.
You understand? But if she move like an idiot without the liar, she have to say certain things when the liar want her to say.
but at the end of the day, who getting hurt?
Who getting hurt?
Yeah, I'm paying the penalty.
Is she and the coach?
Yeah,
I'm getting
both of them.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
both of
them will
them.
feel
Why
she
why should I don't want to keep
she
pressing
and the
because
coach.
Why her? Because I don't know if she
why
gonna
is
get
that?
fired because
Yeah.
of this.
You don't know
You know,
where she stand. That's
she
the
don't
thing.
know where
Put
she
herself
stand.
where she can
Yeah.
defend herself.
She don't have any power.
She
Like
don't have no power
she
like
don't
that.
have Ime Udoka power. And look what happened to him. Him get suspended for a year.
And possible
Uh,
other things to come.
so holy
Okay.
crap, what happened to
So
you? You know what I mean?
so
Wrap it up.
I have to look at her protecting herself and her liar put her in a position in case them just want to gear the boot and deal with certain way. She can come back at them
Uh,
and get some form of recompense.
Again, like we said, remember sports chat and all that. Remember to like, share, subscribe. You know, like we say, a healthy discussion, hearty discussion on Ime Udoka and the situation, right?
Mm.
I Major, any last words you have to say to?
Well, I would say no better.
I don't like say last words, you know.
I would say,
Forward.
people are put in certain position where some of them never been before.
Right, right,
So it's hard for a minority to really adjust themselves, to live a certain way, you know what I'm saying, which is
right.
not natural for them. Because when them out there naturally living them life, you
Mhm,
understand, them live them life naturally, have fun and do what they have to do.
mhm,
Now, because of your qualification and
mhm,
you get a job position,
mhm.
you understand, you know have to move up to this so-called who have what you call it now?
Expectancy of
Behavior,
behavior.
moral standard and all this thing that
Aye.
whoever set the morals, set
Aye.
the expectation of what your behavior should be, and where, without
Mm,
thinking of a man natural way of life, how a
mm,
man function naturally. So it's hard for some people who never been in the position. Like I said before, big man probably never have those kind of, what I mean, I said, people, that kind of fame and so much people want a
a
part of
piece of
you, a
him,
piece of
right?
you.
You
You
know.
understand? Before me was maybe nobody coaching a material college, probably a high school. You understand? You know,
Mm,
no fame like that.
right,
See? So now you get all this fame and all this stuff coming to you.
right.
You understand? And a matter of fact, before you get the fame, you used to live your life regular, sleep with who you want to sleep with, have fun and go home and still perform your job when you get on your job, do your job.
Mm,
You know what I say? So when you move from a certain level up to a high standard and all this expectation is expect of you, you know what I say? It can be hard for
mm.
some people. Take time for people to adjust, you know what I say? And sometimes
So,
it does take time.
Yeah,
It does take time. And
it take time and hopefully him learn from this, whatever come out of this and moving forward, him actions will, take him back to, this situation and him learn from this moving on, and,
yeah.
work for the positive for him, because, as a, Nigerian descendant, you want the best for the youth, you know what I mean, and thing.
So,
My lad, we have to say in closing.
yeah, that's all I gotta say. I just hope for the best for him and for what his future might bring or you know what I mean? Cause I'm just saying you don't know donkey said they were no level enough, so yeah, I'm so messing my last so
Which
me.
damn people talked. You remember
Excuse my
Francis
last
attacking me? You ever see that Sunday matinee at
you
Jamaica?
know.
Francis
Francis talking
attacking.
you,
I
So,
was
man, that's like way back.
way
Way
back.
back.
I show age.
So
I was
viewers,
my
so viewers, viewers, don't forget, please, viewers, don't forget to like and subscribe. Please leave a comment in the section, you know what I mean, on the topic that we're talking about. We just now talk about. Please,
saying.
don't forget.
All right.
Merci.
Don't forget, see? Again, thanks for taking the time out to take the time out to watch us, see? And we just give thanks, see? Until next time, just walk good. Don't know. Bless up.
Bless